Yeah, that is fine. I forgot to upload that video for my birthday. Um, um, here's our last stream. We forgot to save. We keep forgetting to save. But I did after last stream. I did go back on it and did the mission before the one what we were in with the boss fight. It was the dog, and I know exactly after this because I watched my replay. So yeah, I went to the store. I went back on it. I think I was watching. I don't know who I was watching. I think I was watching Freddy's stream. This guy called Freddy. He thinks he's a goat. Don't. Didn't his new video was sad because he kind of bullied the Jeff the Ladder character. His new video was sad. He kind of bullied Jeff the Ladder character. Remember to like the stream.
Remember to like the stream.
Oh yeah, I need to post this stream. I'm kind of hyped for today's episode because I know there's a boss fight, so we've done it. This is gonna be this is gonna be the real canon ending to my reaction because I couldn't do it the first half round. Aussie Madness. Oh yeah, and also I need to tweet out my Twit longer account. Yeah, so it's good. I know what happens is it's night time, 2021.
What is going on? Having a party?
Whoa.
Hey, welcome back.
Yagami.
Care for a drink, Yagami-san?
Heads up.
Kaito, I'm not
Make
good with
yourself at home.
the problem is I'm not good with most Japanese names. So we got Kaito, we got Yagami.
Go on is fine.
I think I
Sword
only
fight
know
in the
how to say
chelsea, man.
Yagami due to
Not that I
fucking
mind hanging out
Digimon.
over beers and
So I think
Kaito's a gentleman and a scholar. I like your style.
it was like Taichi Yagami. I think that's his name.
Check it out, Yagami-san. You're only here to get to the bottom of that Hiro Mikoshiba kid's murder, right? That's gotta be the reason the Yokohama Leomang attacked you, isn't it? All I'm saying is that you've gotta cut me in, man.
Thanks, but I've
Yeah.
got enough help.
The Japanese
So some
name for
hotshot detective strolls into town
Tai
and tries to
in
leave a
Digimon is
local guy out
Taichi
in the cold.
Yagami.
No offense, but that's not gonna fly.
So I'm
Gonna
playing
play
out
your
the
turn?
sequel.
Just finish your game and go home already.
When you benefit from someone who knows
I just
the
got him
scene,
Tai.
you know, I can get you anywhere in a Jincho above or below ground.
Aren't you expensive?
I'll give you a first-time customer price. I'm not about to sit here and let some outsider swoop in and take all the credit alone.
I like this
That
guy.
means I guess I'm gonna chill here
I'm
until
scared
you
that
get enough.
he's gonna betray us.
It's Tsukumo and Sugiura's place as far as I'm concerned. Not even my call to make.
I welcome having more company. The more the merrier. That'll be the agency motto.
I don't really care.
Such a nice office. I'm gonna love it here.
He playing one of those Japanese board
Yagami-shi,
games.
guess what? The internet picked up on the Ihara link to Mikoshiba. The trending sentiment is that he killed him in an act of vengeance for his son.
They've already figured that part out?
See for yourself. Here, check it out.
I don't want to spoil what happens. If you did watch the end of my last stream, this
Son of a bitch student teacher should burn in hell for bullying a
Son
kid
of a
all the way
bitch
to
student.
suicide. Mikoshiba was a damn psychopath. Ehara is the vigilante groper. And that's not even the trolls.
So the news is blowing up on the net, huh?
In the internet terms, this is only the first spark
might
that can
try
ignite
to
into
stream
a
for
fire.
like at least 4
Not
hours
even what I'd
tonight.
call viral.
Then who's lighting the spark? The people responsible for Mikoshiba's murder?
I'll have to go down a few more rabbit holes before I can make that call, I'm afraid.
Gotcha.
That said, some posts are kinda suspicious. This one here, for instance. Ehara totally called the location of the body at his trial. The fact that he did that never really even went public, as far as I can tell.
It was kept off the record?
When Ehara got arrested, the cop-turned-groper story and his sexual battery charges were huge news. It was all the media could talk about. But by the time his trial rolled around, the news had already moved on. His guilty verdict barely made a blip.
Fellas, I told you I wanted to be kept in the loop on this stuff. You saying Mikoshiba had more than one killer? And where are they now? You think these lunatics are still hanging around Ijincho?
It's been over 2 months already, man. If they were here, they're probably long gone by now. Another peaceful day in Ijincho, right?
Oh!
Check outside.
It's the Liumang. The White Mask again.
Let's go, Chuck.
I'll catch you later.
Not bad.
Come on, Yagami!
Not getting away this time.
Yagami! I know I've done this, so I'm gonna have to try not make beams I've done before. I was on stream and I was like making Yakuza memes. Like, if you wonder where I go, I just pop in a wild on like, streams now. I'm trying to make. So yeah, I don't know why. Look at me. You truck something. This guy's a fucking. Why did Yagami stop? Is he stupid? I just want another I'm so interested in the Judgment cast. I want to see more of them. I heard KO is actually in Gaiden. They just reuse his model. He's in Gaiden, so wouldn't it be so much cooler if they can't either just KO comes into a game like a Yakuza game. I think that's how you do it. You can't get Yagami and like the others. If it's just KO, it's probably easier to get him in. No, it's not KO, it's Taito. Why I call him KO is because of the Fortnite character KO Ford. And then I think we have Kato, now we have Kendo. So we have two characters who kind of sound the same, and I bet you they're the same person. And once he's slowly going to go evil if he's not even in the story now. Oh yeah, this is where Shredder comes a lot. I remember in Like a Dragon when Ichiban Kozua comes down this way.
Oh, great. Where am I?
I like Yagami's voice line. That looks sick.
You lure me here? Don't worry.
There he is.
I'm not planning on killing
Just
you
wait until
tonight.
you see what he has.
So why else would you take off the mask?
Because from this point
Dream.
forward, Ijincho is closed. You won't be coming
Sweater.
back. I'm Tessa.
My reaction was why they added
It's
Sweater
worth
to this
I'm an
game.
officer candidate of the Yokohama Leomon.
It's just like you imagine walking around with those
I
fucking
hear you took out
claws.
some of my masked boys the other
Well, how
day.
you trying to eat?
Oh,
He's
you
not
mean those
like he's
guys
trying to
who
be
thought they could
Wolverine,
sneak
but
up
I
on
think
me in
he's
the
more like
afternoon?
Sweater because they kind of
Maybe if
remind me
you
of like
hadn't
you know
resisted at the
Sweater's
time,
claws.
you'd be in a lot less pain than you're about to be in the near future.
Who's paying you to try to take me down?
It kind of makes
This is a
sense
job
because
that came
here
down
they
from
should
the top of the
Sweater
org.
is
I don't
Japanese.
know who hired us, and to be honest, I don't give a shit either. But ripping up a kick-ass
I think he's
detective
going to be
like you sure
Chinese. I'm
sounds
not
like
even
a good
sure.
time.
I don't
None
know
of
if
you
this
guys make a
guy
move.
pops up in another
I want
game.
to see if the rumors are true. So
I
get
only,
first
only
taste.
remember him in this. I only point Sweater.
Show me what you got. Yagami!
But he knows who Yagami is.
Let's go.
Best stream I've ever fucking had is when you know what, I'm gonna take that fucking ass bite I had. I beat the shit out of this guy. Fuck it. Does Yagami get his elemental powers from the last game?
Look out below!
Running a little late tonight, aren't we, Kaito-san?
Yeah, my bad. Had to punch my way through a few guys.
Hey, you gotta run for it. If you stick around, it's not gonna matter how many lives you've got.
Yeah, but if I run now, who's gonna pay for Tsukumo's window then?
For fuck's sake, I'll just pay for it. Now get out of there.
You got a deal.
I love this series. I love Yakuza. I played Yakuza Like a Dragon back in when it was on Plus, so whenever that was added to Plus, I got halfway, like, didn't play it, and I really wanted to play Ishin. I recently got Ishin this year. Most of my Yakuza games were played this year. It was the fucking pirate game that made me want to play it. So I still need complete zero.
Doc, path's all clear.
I'm on my way!
I think the things on our turn on man. What the? That was. Oh, okay, I'm gonna eat because I know if I don't eat, that's why I went. What do I think of Kaio-san? He's good. I feel like more people needed. Like I said, I would like more people to come into Yakuza, but I guess kind of hard to get into this. There's a lot of games. That's why I kind of suggest playing the Judgment game. So it's like, you play these two, then you can go and see if you like want to play the West, because Judgment, I feel like it's just a more easier game. I could think there's only two of them. Oh yeah, that Among Us collab. If it is Yakuza, I might have to make my final Among Us video. I said I'll make 3 of them, or I think a stream like months ago, and I've never actually done it because I've been waiting for the fucking time. And if Yakuza is actually coming to the fucking game of Among Us, it's gonna be funny because. Come on, Kaido! What a bunch! I probably might not buy the Ichiban's cosmetics and just buy the Among Us stuff. Because that probably is coming out like this month or something, or next month. I forgot how Among Us does their collabs. They normally feed it and then it comes out like so close to a fill. So maybe tonight we're gonna get like an announcement on Among Us. Wait, that would be cool. I'm not sure though. If we do get an announcement tonight on it and it's coming out like next month, I will be playing it. Just maybe for a video stream. But if it's a stream, I'd probably say this is just gonna be public lobby nonsense, okay? Or a video, or just like a short video of showing off the skins, because I don't really play Among Us like that. I do go on it sometimes.
Are we done here?
You know.
Yagami!
Yagami.
Yeah? You want something? What was it? Tesso?
Just want to say, I'm impressed. I wasn't expecting you to take out all these guys, to be honest.
Thanks.
What?
But if you're feeling generous, how about you tell me who hired you?
Didn't I say this before? I got no interest in doing that.
Can you do me a favor and turn down the job next time, maybe?
Yeah, right. If the request comes through again, I'm taking it. Simplest solution for you is to get the hell out of town. Me and my big mouth. Just go already.
I don't know. I feel I would need to see when they announce the other collaboration.
Hey, not bad, man. A lot of young folks look up to Tesso, so gaining his respect is gonna have some perks.
All I want to know is if the Viewmom are no longer a threat.
Wouldn't go that far. Tesso's not the only young hothead among them. But hey, at least they probably won't blindside you anymore, and that's a victory in itself.
Guess that is a step forward. A baby one.
Anyway, we should go check up on 99.
The upcoming sets here is codenamed Meso Ace. It'll be. It's not Yakuza.
Let's go.
And at this point, I just don't think Yakuza's coming to Fortnite this season. I feel like it's coming next season. You might be, you might asking. I don't think Fortnite starts next season. It's because Fortnite likes to do this, yeah. The whole chapter still themed around Japan. It's set in a Japanese world. I know there's a close city, but it makes limited sense for Yakuza. Yakuza's about crime. I just think why they're not doing a Yakuza club. Yeah, if it's this season, it'll be nearer to the end of the season. Like I said, probably we're gonna get a mini battle pass with Ichiban or something like that. I still think Ichiban makes more sense to be in a mini battle pass thing than not doing Ichiban at all.
Sugiura!
No.
Yagamishi! Oh, thank God you're back.
Tsukumo, what happened?
He's knocked out cold. Damn it.
Masked men attacked us. I couldn't fight them.
Masked men, you say? Were they any different from what the Liumang wear?
I couldn't get a good look. Sukiurashi, they stuck up on him with a bat and came after me next. They got me. My pinky.
They broke it? Hey, are you okay?
I'll call an ambulance.
There are these photos and a message I was told to give to you, Yagamishi. They said to tell you, this is your final warning.
Oh, this skinny twisted. Do not fuck with this guy. Where's the fucking Yakuza from last game? I need the Yakuza back.
I think the Liumang were part of the plan. As
He's
bait.
been home.
They probably only came to lure us away from the office. The worst part is it fucking worked.
But after this, after I've done with this, I'm gonna go and play some Battlefield. But this is maybe 2 or 3 hours from now.
This camera ought to show everyone coming in and out of the building. Look, there's me and Kaito chasing down the Liumang.
Why is the doors all shut?
But here's the hitch.
Who the fuck are they?
There were 7 of them, and they didn't have those trademark white masks. So clearly, they're not Liumang.
They must have got the white masks to lure us out, meaning they're the ones calling the shots here. Wouldn't surprise me if they were also Ihara's accomplices to murder.
That'd be something.
No, it's hard to believe a single murder could involve so many people.
Really? Why do you say that?
More friends, more loose lips. One slip of the tongue can bring down an entire group. Taking a man's life would require absolute solidarity from every single member. What could be their connection?
Could be they're Ihara's buddies in blue. After hearing what happened to his kid, they couldn't help but feel for the guy.
If it were me, yeah, I'd sympathize. But not enough to watch a man die. Or do the deed myself.
Yeah, who'd throw their life away for that? Unless we're talking about the mob over here.
That e-cig's that good, huh?
Considering the
This
area's
getting good.
volatility,
Yeah.
Liumang are the
I
best
guess
bet
so,
in the
yeah.
house. But if it's not them...
So this means by if it,
Well,
that pops up, then
there
I
is the
know the
Seiryu
chance
clan,
that it's fucking
but
it.
they have
It.
some decorum compared to these guys. And then the Komijul, the Koreans, they would never get caught on camera. They're shy like that. Go figure.
Oh, we know about that.
Impressive list you've got up there, Mr. Handyman. Too bad they're all dead ends.
Hey, if there's a crime in Kamurocho, would you know who did it off the top of your head?
No.
This footage is the lead we've been waiting for. Now we're gonna hunt them down for Tsukumo and Sugiura.
You get hit in the head or something? Find them and they'll mess your ass up.
Will they?
Don't you get it? They were planning to take you out, man. The Liumang letting you off is nothing short of a miracle. Or would you rather risk your neck over nothing?
Where we come from, risking our necks the bare minimum. You Jinsho guys must not see much action.
Yeah, well, in Jinsho, a handyman's wages don't cover life and limb.
I don't recall ever hiring you.
Yeah, and if you asked me now, I'd say hell no. This shit's getting way too over my head. And yours.
No.
Sorry, Kaito-san. But I'm gonna have to pass on drinks for a while. Send my regards to the lads.
I think he did it. He seems sketchy. I don't know why.
Never chase what leaves.
Why they can't go? Yeah. It kind of reminds me of like. This is why I wish people have guns. What's that? I'm gonna beat myself quickly.
The agony. I was in a cold sweat all of yesterday. At this rate, I'll be forced to type one-handed. If you do the math, my pinky is worth more than an average person's whole hand. We're talking about at least a 30% drop in efficiency.
Well, it's been a while since I got it this bad. I might even throw up.
So, leaving Kamurocho made you rusty, huh?
Really, with that? If I could wish the pain away, I would, man.
Hey, if you've got the energy to complain, you'll be just fine.
I'm gonna make this up to you guys. I promise.
Well, if you want to do that, we'll need to figure out who and where they are. There's a high possibility this group is directly behind Mikoshiba's murder. And of course, that would mean they know Ehara as well. How about swapping more info with the Kanagawa police?
Let's save that for when we really need it. We're not the authorities here, so we need to play our cards close to our chest.
I think that's a wise decision.
Saori-san's on top of getting things set up with Ehara, right? In that case, I'll head back to Kamurocho. Take your time prepping. We can always regroup up there.
We're going back to car. We're going back home. It's gonna be deadly. I bet you someone. We're gonna find something there, and then we're going home.
What's up, Kaito-san? Something wrong?
Call me crazy,
But doesn't the city seem noisier to you?
The hell? Kaito's senses tingling or something?
Maybe they are. Well, no point trying to explain shit that doesn't make sense.
Anyway, I need to go talk to Saori-san before the interview.
What is it? Hold on a minute, Todd.
What?
I'm noticing a lot more punks scurrying around than normal. Something's up.
Really? Huh. Maybe so.
Hey, don't I know you two? You're detectives around here, ain't you?
Yeah, so what?
You ever seen this guy before? A few years ago, he was the manager at some girls' bar nearby.
You really need all these meatheads just to find one dude? Must be one slippery eel.
Damn right he is. Now do you know him or not?
I'm thinking. Out of curiosity, what's a guy doing running a girls' bar?
I don't think he actually ran the floor or anything. All I care about is him up and vanishing out of nowhere.
So he's a missing person? Since when?
5 years ago.
I mean, disappearing from Kamurocho isn't that uncommon. 5 years? What do you really expect to find?
Your guy have a name? And who gave the order to find him?
Trying to be cute? We're the ones asking the questions here. Don't fuck with us.
Who's fucking with who, asshole? You want to ask questions? You're gonna have to ask nice.
Nice or not, information has a price. It's our bread and butter, so we don't give handouts.
How about I butter your brains on the sidewalk?
Straight to throwing punches, huh? Even the Yakuza treated people better than that.
Fuck off!
Return to Carlo.
Let's go.
Hey, what's up? That all you guys got? Kamurocho used to be tough. Look at these punks.
Kaito-san.
Huh? It's Akutsu. First name Daimyo.
You know him?
Former Tojo clan guy, ex-Yakuza.
Ex-Yakuza? Well, if you say so.
Yagami Detective Agency. Maybe I ought to just hire you guys for this. We're looking for a guy. You heard, didn't you?
This guy you're after, he was some kind of girls' bar manager here in town? I take it this manhunt is your idea?
Nah. Soma's taking point on this one. Came from one of his connections. There's gonna be a big pile of cash in it for whoever finds him. Practically all of Kamurocho's in on this race.
And Soma is?
He's the one in charge of the RK gang. Of course, he's former Tojo clan too. First name Kazuki.
That's crazy. Did the whole Tojo clan join this thing?
Kaito would know all about all the bullshit rules it takes to keep the Yakuza running. They'll take their cut from you and call it the honorable thing to do in the same damn breath. Right, Kaito? In this new age, wouldn't you be better off joining us?
You guys are too small time to pull that shit on me.
You know what else, though? In the Yakuza, if your boys went down, it was on you to get revenge for them. I don't give two shits about that these days. I would say, if there's someone disrespecting you, you might as well go get the jump on them. I would walk right up and stick them in the gut. You wouldn't even see it coming, detective. Yeah? So don't go disrespecting me. There won't be a warning next time.
Okay. Akatsu, you said? Did he get very far in the Tojo clan?
Nah. He may have had the potential, but he never got to make anything of it. The whole thing came crashing down before he got his time in the sun. Soma's the same way, actually. They both tried to climb up the Yakuza ranks, but then the families disbanded. And by the time that happened, all the pawns were cleared off the board. So, now they're ex-Yakuza in the win. And along comes this gang without all the rules and systems they were dealing with. You end up with RK, a network of thugs.
RK? What does the acronym stand for?
Who the hell knows? After the Yakuza, I guess they wanted to sound more Western.
If they think they can replace the Tojo clan, those are pretty big shoes to fill.
Yeah, but I wouldn't say they've been discriminating. Civilian punks who want quick cash are easy recruits. RK's happy to scoop them up. Next thing you know, you've got an asshole army.
That's unfortunate, but speaking of the Tojo clan, have you talked to Higashi lately?
Yeah. As far as ex-Tojo clan guys go, he's one of the good ones. The family left him in charge of that arcade, and now that they're gone, he's basically the owner. I heard he even gave some of the younger family guys jobs. If you get a chance, you ought to show up there every once in a while.
Nah, Higashi. I am the last person in the world that guy wants to see. And stay down.
Let's roll,
Why is this always happening? Really, guys?
Oh, sorry-san. Yagami-san made it.
Sorry for the wait. I ran into some typical nonsense. We good to go?
I've been good to go for a while. Ehara's waiting, and so are the answers. First thing we'll want to try to get is how involved he was in Mikoshiba's murder.
From the way it's been so far, I doubt he'll be eager to tell you.
If he won't open up, we'll have to play the trump card. Yagami-san. Ehara won't know what hit him.
I don't mind being the ace in the hole.
Are you and your ego ready then, Yagami-san?
Well, this ain't my department. Fill me in back at the office, okay? I might even tidy the place up a bit if you're lucky. Lots of open bottles to polish off.
Are we leaving?
Oh, I thought you'd lost already. So, what more could my lawyers want from me here?
Well, normally I would say the same. However, a corpse turned up as you said it would. It turns out you have a penchant for prophecy, Ehara-san.
Prophecy, huh? Kinda dramatic. No Hoshino today? Did you fire the poor guy?
Yagami's my name, sir. In a past life, I used to work with Genda and Saori-san. But today, I'm at Serio High School in a contract advisory role for one of their clubs.
Serio High School?
It's the same school Toshiro-kun went to 4 years ago. You'd know it. I happened to be out there working a separate case. But that was when Shirosake-sensei called, and so that's why I'm here.
Well, well. Okay. Why are you here, then?
That'd be obvious at this point, I'd think. As you know, Mikoshiba turned up as you said. His body was found in a warehouse. The question is, why did you know that well enough to proclaim it in court?
You might say it was a miracle. I wished hard enough for it to come true, and suddenly it did.
Care to tell us why you'd wish for a miracle like that?
Do you really need me to explain why?
Mikoshiba. You blame him for Toshiro-kun's death, don't you?
I do.
Even though when you took the school to court, no evidence turned up. A third-party investigation found no bullying occurred, didn't it?
At school, Mikoshiba tortured my son. He would beat him up, and then he'd demand all his money. That damn kid was a star student with high grades. My son's own class wouldn't stand up to him. To avoid being beaten, Toshiro used to. He'd steal money from me or his mother to make sure he could pay Mikoshiba off.
Ehara-san, you seem to know a lot about what happened to your son. Do you have any proof?
Would I have lost if I did? That school can rot in hell for all I care. Speaking of, you know what I'm convicted for. It was being a pervert. I admit to everything. I groped a businesswoman's ass in plain sight on a full train. There's no way I'm fighting for an appeal. So as for my defense, I'm in no need of lawyers anymore.
Ehara-san, just a second.
Why would I give you that?
Yagami-san,
Hiromi Kashiba died in a lot of pain. His final moments were truly horrific. The last thing he felt must have been fear. After slitting his throat, his body was left to rot.
Doesn't that sound great?
Take a look at this.
Oh, Mikoshiba. Looks like he's seen better days. Where'd you get the photo?
From a teacher at Serio High. But where she got it is the interesting part. A strange woman gave it to her and said to stay away from the Mikoshiba case. You remember Sawa-sensei, yes? She transferred to Serio 4 years ago, not long before your son passed away.
Yeah, not a face I'd soon forget. She told the whole court he was never bullied.
True. She did say that.
And it's not just her I detest. The administrators, the lawyers. Felt like choking the life right out of them. But if anyone needed to pay, it was Mikoshiba. He got what he deserved. It's nothing short of insane that they were just gonna let him get a teaching credential. It all comes back to a flawed and broken system of laws that has no business calling itself justice.
Then it was you, wasn't it? You orchestrated every aspect of how Mikoshiba would die. But you didn't act alone. Who were the people behind it? How'd you convince them to kill a man?
That's a good one. You, my friend, are way off.
The way that interview went, Ihara's definitely guilty. But if we can't connect him to the murderers, we're left with no leads to follow.
Yeah. Kept that secret on lockdown, no matter what I asked. What could possibly link Ihara to those men? Damn it. And I was so close, too. To think they're still somewhere in Ijincho. I need to find them before the trail goes cold.
So you're heading back to Yokohama?
Not tonight. Kaito's waiting for me in the office. I'll be in town for now.
Okay. If anything changes, I'll contact one of you.
Kaito-san, I'm back. Kaito-san?
Hey, did you see that email from Tsukumo?
Huh?
It wasn't that long ago. It's something you gotta see, though.
What is it? Something happened?
It's the murder footage. Miko Shiba's murder ended up on the internet. It's going viral on all the social media sites.
You gotta forgive me. I'll do anything you want. I didn't know he'd do it. I swear. Toshiro-kun was okay. I didn't know he'd kill himself. I really didn't know. I swear I'll try to make it up to him somehow. I'll spend the rest of my life making up for it. Stop it.
What the hell?
Stop it. Stop it.
Ehara has an alibi for this, doesn't he? They already found him guilty, and that's the whole reason he couldn't have killed Miko Shiba, right? But if that's the case, what the hell is this? One way or another, either this thing is staged, or his entire alibi was a massive cover-up. They can't both be true. But there's something I just can't shake. If you want my opinion on it, this looks real.
We need to have another chat with Ohara. Damn it. I'm not gonna let him get away with this.
A train groping and a murder seem to occur simultaneously. Yagami relentlessly pursues these cases, attempting to poke holes in each. After confronting Akihiro Ehara, the key figure in both crimes, he witnesses a harrowing video that provides more questions than answers. In it, a bound man pleads for his life, but his attacker, bound by vengeance, snuffs it out.
So the murder footage is already making the rounds online. I don't think it's showing up on TV, though.
Yeah, the net's a mess right now. It's all unsubstantiated rumors and unverified sources. Typical, really. An ex-cop going from by-the-book sex offender to vigilante avenger overnight is prime forum drama. Sentiment seems to be swinging in favor of Ehara, but there's plenty of folks on the fence about it, too. The reactions have been all over the board.
Do we know if that video is authentic? I mean, CG has come a long way, right?
Oh, or perhaps a deep fake. That is plausible. AI has reached the point where it can generate pretty convincing facsimiles. Someone even made a video that made it look like the US president was saying a bunch of crazy stuff. And that's just the tip of the iceberg. Deep fakes are only getting more authentic looking.
Can't guys like you tell if a video is fake or not, though? Aren't there any signs?
Oh, there are several telltale signs of a video being doctored. So I ran every check I could think of on the murder footage. And wouldn't you know it, nothing came up. Most likely, we're looking at the real deal.
Most likely?
Well, no one can claim with absolute certainty that it wasn't altered in some way. Which means it's not substantial enough to prove Ehara's guilt. At least not in a court of law.
Gotcha. Do you know when and where the footage was uploaded?
It was posted sometime last night, but the source is too hard to pin down. The uploaders spread it across multiple servers overseas in a well-concerted effort to hide their tracks.
Makes sense. But I'll bet it ultimately came from Mikoshiba's killers, no matter how real or fake it is.
How do you figure?
Think about it. No one could have staged that unless they knew the specifics of how Mikoshiba was killed. From how he was positioned to little things like the blood on the ground, every last detail was just as the detectives described it.
That's a good point. All this browsing's really taken a toll on the old pinky. Looks like another visit to Ehara might clear things up. You should ask Shirosaki-sensei about it.
Yeah, that was my thought too.
Let me get this straight. Ehara went and felt a lady up on the day Mikoshiba got killed on purpose? If that's the case, why the hell would he upload a murder confession after the fact? Is he trying to get caught?
Only Ehara could answer that one for you. I want to ask him that question myself.
So, we're off to see Saori-san then? Let's hit it.
About if he's walking out of the shop door. He's got his son's off. They do.
Really, guys?
What is it?
Okay. He's quite killing people.
And stay down.
Judgement.
Let's roll.
Hold the door, please.
Mafia,
Mafia?
you're here?
It's been too damn long, Mafia-chan.
Yeah. By any chance, Yagami-kun, are you working on a case for Saori? A video got leaked. It depicted a man committing a murder.
Murder. Yes, but what's the murder?
Are you here about the Ahara case too?
Of course. The prosecutor's office is in total chaos right now, especially the higher-ups.
I'll bet. After all, they're the ones who pushed for Ahara's battery conviction. If that video is real, that would mean Ahara got them to hand him a slap on the wrist instead of a murder conviction.
Yes. And it's not like the prosecution can say, "Sorry, Your Honor, we'd like a do-over," after the fact. To make matters worse, everything leading up to the trial was broadcast all over the news. Changing our tune now would undermine public trust.
That's for sure.
So, for the time being, our department is trying to predict how the defense will approach the situation. Hence why they sent me here to check in on my good friend Saori. Totally no strings attached.
Well, that clears up a lot.
There you kids are. Figured you had to show up sometime.
Mafia? You're caught up in this too?
Yeah, she ran into us downstairs.
I'm sure you can work out that I'm here to spy on you. But wouldn't you like to know what we're up to as well?
Are you sure that's your only motive coming here?
Sorry?
Something like a professional excuse to see Yagami-san?
In your dreams? I had no idea Yagami-kun was involved until just now.
Alright, I'll accept that. For now.
Gotta say, I miss this little banter.
Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! Stop it!
Needless to say, our office is going through this footage with a fine-tooth comb. That said, they've already determined their stance. They've deemed it an unreliable source and therefore useless as evidence. Basically, they want it to look like it was considered and already thrown out.
Huh? So, they're not gonna verify the video? Not even question Ahara about Mikoshiba? Nothing?
Nope. Not after it was proven in court that Ahara committed sexual battery on October 7th. I mean, wouldn't you say a conviction has a certain finality to it? Besides, there's no way Ehara could have murdered Mikoshiba within that limited time span.
Right.
Which means the murder video doesn't really add up, does it?
What are you getting at?
I'm saying the prosecution believes the video has been falsified. Special effects, CGI, whatever it is, we're not buying it.
Huh.
Furthermore, the prosecutor pushing that stance was the one who handled Ehara's trial.
And that is?
His name is Sadao Takano. He was the one gunning the hardest for Ahara the first time around, especially considering his officer status. He kept insisting justice be served, which got the public behind him rather quickly.
He certainly looked the part of the people's prosecutor, grilling Ehara in court.
So what you're saying is, Takano could never accept anything but Ahara's original sentence. Since this footage of the murder contradicts that finding, he just thinks it's a sham.
Yes, and Hirad, That a fair trial's result can't be challenged by some video on the internet.
Well, who could honestly trust a system that changes its mind so easily? Both the prosecutor's office and the court are beholden to the case as Takano-kun presented it.
But that's just sweeping the issue under the rug.
It has a domino effect, too. The police are beholden to the verdict we got, so their hands are tied. This applies to both Tokyo and Kanagawa.
Really? Why's that?
Supposedly, they don't want to get involved with Ehara until they're sure the video is real. They come in with a list of questions about the murder, it'll show that doubt's being cast on the original ruling.
Yeah, but no one can prove that the video's real.
Right. There's no way to verify the legitimacy of an untraceable video. But if the police aren't allowed to see Ehara, he'll never even become a suspect in the murder. That means he's untouchable.
Exactly. None of the detectives are happy about that. Especially down in Kanagawa. Their job is to bring in a suspect, but their leads are all ending up at the same dead end.
Until recently, people were lining up to bring Ehara to justice. Yet somehow his involvement in a murder totally derailed that.
Don't be so surprised. No cop would ever want to undermine a ruling based on their own findings. Anyone who wants to go against the grain's gonna need hard evidence on their side.
So the case goes cold, all to save face for the court and the prosecution. If Ehara really did commit murder, it'll have been the perfect crime. This debacle only serves as proof.
True. It would turn the trial into a farce. There's no way we're letting this go.
But wouldn't challenging this mean going up against the entire system?
Yeah. That scare ya?
Not at all. In fact, I was just thinking, we're the only ones who could take a case like this.
Ha! That's the good shit, kid.
This whole time, we've been writing off Ehara as a convicted sexual predator. But it's looking more and more likely the court played right into his hand. As for me, I'm done being played for a fool.
Then you've heard what I came to say. And with that, I will be on my way. But if you need help, just ask.
I think we're good for now, but thanks.
That did clear up a lot.
No problem. See ya.
Was Mafuyu-chan cuter than ever, or what? Think maybe it's time to light that flame again, huh?
How many times do I have to tell you, it's not like that? Anyway, what I'd like to do is ask Ehara about that video face to face. Any chance we could see him again?
I was actually about to suggest that. One moment. It's from Ehara's prison.
What?
Hello? Yes, this is Shirosaki. Yes, I can talk.
His prison? Why would they call us directly?
Guess we'll find out.
Understood. I appreciate the candor. That was one of the prison wardens. He was asked to convey a message from Ehara.
About what?
In short, he won't be speaking with his representation any further.
You're joking.
To be more specific, he said he's not taking any more questions. It seems he fully grasps the situation, even in custody.
How is that even possible?
I'm guessing the murder footage that was uploaded yesterday was also planned out in advance. That or Ehara's conspirators have to be filling him in. How else could he predict we'd try to see him again so soon?
I can see either of those scenarios making sense.
But only someone on the force could be leaking insider information to him like that.
Damn. This shit's turning into a full-blown conspiracy, eh, Doc?
Whatever it is, it's screwing up our plans.
Yeah, the timing couldn't have been worse. Now what are we supposed to do?
Come on. There are plenty of leads that don't involve grilling the culprit.
Yeah? I'd like to hear them.
Well, if it were me, I'd start with Saori-kun.
Okay.
The first thing I want to learn is whether Ehara is really the murderer in this footage. Given the entire sexual battery incident as an alibi, there is no way he could have murdered Mikoshiba. However, this new footage knocks the bottom out of that premise.
Right. Either his alibi or the murder footage. One of the two's been fabricated. I think we should revisit the harassment case. When the sentence came down in court, no one expected it to end up as a murder alibi. Plus, everyone suspected Ehara was working alone. He may have not been. All this makes a huge difference. No one would suspect a train groping to involve accomplices or alibis. The search for evidence wouldn't be as intense as for a murder.
But the entire incident was caught on camera, top to bottom. There's more than enough physical evidence, too.
Then we'll need to verify each and every aspect of the case.
Okay, what first? Should we investigate the crime scene again? Maybe we'll discover something new if we check out the station during the crime's actual time frame.
No, I think we saw everything we could there. Actually, if we're reviewing evidence, we could do that from right here, couldn't we?
What catches your eye specifically? I ask because fabricated evidence would likely show signs of tampering. This would prove Ehara's alibi doesn't hold up.
This part's still getting to me.
This is one of the eyewitness videos recorded at the crime scene. This is the biggest one, at least in terms of what's been aired on television.
Okay, but just to ask, do we know anything about who was behind the camera?
He's a male restaurant worker who was commuting at the time of the incident.
His video lines up with everything the station's security cameras caught as well.
So, no issues there. This part's still getting to me.
The security footage of Shinjuku Station. We see Ehara pinned down here. The train arriving in the shot there pulled into Shinjuku Station at 9:12 a.m.
What happened to Ehara after he was caught?
Station police restrained him upon arrival, then conducted a trace element inspection. This is where following proper procedure really paid off. Within a relatively short time, they detected fibers on Ehara that matched the victim's underwear.
Got it.
Honestly, everything about this part adds up to me.
Yeah, same here. This part's still getting to me.
The Shinjuku Station diagram? Did something happen at the platform?
Well, the majority of the incident was caught on camera. But I don't think we have any footage of what happened around here. It's not much, but it's a blind spot all the same. Hoshino-kun and I confirmed that at the scene.
Okay, but how would this blind spot change anything?
The first thing that comes to mind is, gives Ehara a chance to swap with the stand-in. The real Ehara murdered Mikoshiba in Ijincho at 7:30, then headed to Shinjuku Station. Then, just after 9 o'clock, he swapped places with the stand-in, getting caught on purpose.
So you're suggesting that there were two Eharas at Shinjuku Station?
Yep. And the true assailant, the Ehara look-alike, disappeared into the crowd.
Wait, if what you propose is true, does that mean Ehara never touched the victim?
Yeah.
But the police inspection revealed trace fibers from the victim's clothing on Ehara's hand.
Trace inspection.
Yeah, so no matter what, the fact that Ehara touched the victim remains standing. The victim felt his hand reach under her skirt right after the train departed Ikebukuro. She was scared motionless for the entire commute until arriving at Shinjuku Station.
Could you describe the victim for me?
She's an office worker married to an industrial designer. Also has a 6-year-old son. Full name, Yui Mamiya. 30 years old.
A wife and mother.
Perhaps if we talk to Mamiya-san directly, she could give us more insight than that video. She may even recall something none of us know, upon learning Ihara's alibi might have been fabricated.
That's a good plan. We'll finally have a fresh source of info.
In that case, give me a moment so I can get a meeting set up. We should have her address and other information somewhere on file. Bear in mind, Mamiya-san was the victim here. As the assailant's defense, I doubt we'll get a warm welcome.
That's pretty standard for us, I'd say. Nobody rolls out the red carpet for a detective, right?
Yeah. Say, Kaito-san, it looks like we've got some free time, so let's say we grab some food.
Now that you mention it, I am getting hungry.
Huh.
You think they won't? Want something? Bet it's not a friendly hello.
They do look like they mean business.
This Arcade's idea of an ambush? How basic.
Kaito-san, there's more.
Over there, too.
Same losers from yesterday. Guess they want to settle the score.
Looks like they rounded up some buddies and waited for us to show.
Well, whatever the hell they want, let's not get Genda-sensei and them involved.
Yep.
Follow me.
Okay.
Let's get the fuck out.
Alright, I'm getting fed up with this shit.
Why haven't they made a move yet?
I don't know.
They're waiting for something.
Whatever it is, they're taking their sweet-ass time. Hey! Quit dicking around and come get some!
What the hell? They're just gonna keep stalking us?
Nope. Thanks for waiting, assholes!
Shit! Let me guess. You're Arcade too?
Bastard went straight for our heads. Are you nuts, guy?
Shut your mouth!
Is that Yui? What the fuck? Was that Yui Thunder? Please no! Eating another fucking Yakuza game. What the fuck? Get a voice out of type of Digimon it or some crap like that. It sounded like Yui Fano. I don't know. I can't say his last name, but you know, the guy who plays Spider-Man. I need.
That's one down.
Okay, I'm gonna quit this. Why not? I'm back. We from the hole. Wait.
We're not out of the woods just yet.
Look on me. Your company, these people, too tight to some.
You really went all out on the backup. Is the whole town arcade now or something?
Doc, we should probably get gone before the cops roll in.
Why? It's not our fault we're getting jumped.
I love it how, like, in this game series, you just get.
Guess their plan was to come at us in waves. I've about had it with this crap.
Yeah. At this rate, we won't be meeting Sari-san and the others. Wouldn't want to drag them into this.
Makes sense.
Wait. So why not hit arcade at home?
Yeah?
Why not? Soma and Akutsu are at the top, and they probably remember me. I'll just ask them real nice to keep their goons off our back. Unless you want to keep dealing with these fucking scrubs.
I'm fine with making a house call. Any idea where it is?
Yeah, a club in the back of Theater Square. Used to be arcade exclusive. Nowadays, I hear they let in thugs from all over. I admit, I'm kind of curious.
We're gonna go back in there. Oh my, go back to that house. Oh, there it is. He is angry. He's very angry. Like, I wanted to stroke him and he hissed. He was like, shh. Like, I need to upgrade my tiger a bit.
And stay down. Really, guys?
Probably not to be.
What a waste.
Ah, you're dead.
Really, guys?
Just keep it quiet, these people. They keep it calm. Yeah, well.
And stay down.
I can... Oh, but so I might probably get more of these abilities because then I get.
Really, guys?
Let's hit it. This is it, Talk. Get ready to meet some shady people.
It's the whole
Yeah, shady
premise
is
of
definitely the
Yakuza.
operative word here. Can't imagine this place gets a lot of foot traffic.
Who knew an entrance to the underground was right here in broad daylight? All right, let's get in there and be done with this.
Hey, who the hell are you two? Got some invitations?
The Yagami Detective Agency doesn't need any. Say, is Akutsu or Soma around?
Detectives, huh?
There a problem here? This is a public business, isn't it?
About time you showed up. We've been expecting you.
Nothing like running into an old friend.
You want to talk to Akutsu-san, fine. But only Kaito gets in.
Why?
See, we all knew the Yakuza out in the cold would come around to us once the Tojo clan cleared out. Know what makes us such a hit?
Who gives a shit?
We got a system fleshed out. Your average gangbanger starts at rank F. But an ex-Yakuza, a Tojo head at that, fast-tracked right to B rank. Oh, and just for you, Kaito-san. The boss says he'll start you out at A.
Yeah, I'm sure you've got your pick of the chumps. But I'm here to
Oh,
talk
shit.
to a fucking adult man. So get stepping and take me to Akutsu.
Spoken like a man with some balls. I can see why Akutsu's had his eye on you.
What? So I really have to just wait in the lobby?
You should thank your lucky stars you're not dead yet.
I don't know about this, Kaito-san. What if you need backup?
Are we gonna play as Kaios? I know he's a DLC character. Like in the DLC, you play him mostly.
Relax, Talk. All I gotta do is talk man-to-man with Akutsu real quick, and we'll be out of here.
You heard the man. Now come on.
Well, if it's gonna be that quick, I'll just wait right here.
Do whatever you want.
You're shit for business.
Ah, come on. Don't you want to be friends?
If we play Sky, I'm gonna scream.
Hey, think I could use your restroom? There's one inside, right?
Go shit on the cement for all I care. Restrooms are for guests only.
So, you in arcade too? I take it business is good lately.
Oh, hell yeah. Recruits are swarming in by the dozen. If you're looking for quick cash and Kamurocho, arcade's where it's at. Plenty of hotties, too.
Wow. And all you do is fool around on your phone. Talk about living on Easy Street.
Screw you.
Hey, not my fault they don't loop you into the good jobs. Bet those only go to the A-rank guys. You must be, what, F? F minus?
What the fuck did you just say?
Oh, did I offend you? Sorry. Guess some gangbangers are softies.
Gangbangers!
I'll show you who's soft, asshole!
He used to go to me. Oh, please
Sorry.
don't make this go.
Getting split up from my buddy does make me kind of an asshole.
No, please tell me he's why. Like, even though he's a bad guy, this. No.
Alright, let's go. Suspicious.
I've been a detective. I'm probably looking for the. Oh, God.
Suspicious.
Wait. Oh no. No. There's none of this. Whoa. That's so stupid. No, I don't trust it. Yagami, be careful. Oh, very die home.
Hey, where'd that new guy get taken to?
I heard Akutsu-san wanted to see him.
For real? Was he taken to the VIP room then?
Sounds like it.
Even I've never gotten in there. What makes him such a big shot?
So Power Rangers is Disney Plus is making a Power Rangers TV show. That'd be cool. Does that mean that Digimon rumor of them making a live action is might be real? Because I'm pretty sure it was like Disney making like a Digimon live action, and I'm like, I've said Digimon should never go live action. It's like Penny, this guy looks like Yakuza guy. I would never call them friends. You probably wouldn't be able to fit in them. Like I know Dyer, this is what John McClane does. I was taking a piss, Yagami. Yagami, why would you wear his thing?
Sorry, man. Take a quick breather.
What the f***? At least shut the door.
Hey, you there!
Yes? Can I help you?
Oh, skip the bell.
You better stop fucking around. Didn't I ask you for another round?
Huh? Another round?
You forgot my order already? I want my bottle.
Yeah, I'll get right on that.
Wait a minute. You know what? Fuck the bottle. How about you just mix me a cocktail?
But of course.
Just make him one. Yagami in another life was a bartender. That's why it's same as Yagami.
Here, sir.
Wait a minute. Well, this is a hint to the. Like, they reuse it like the bartender drops of the actual. you know, because the previous game had jobs. In the game Judgment, before Like a Dragon actually came out, 7. Yeah, the first Judgment game is what introduced like you can make them wear other clothes. What if that was like a hit, like a teaser to what's to come? Yeah. I hate stealth, but I know once I get there, yeah, it's no doubt cold. So yeah, they're making like a live action Power Rangers TV show on Disney.
Time out.
Found Keto. Keto.
I hate to say it, Akutsu. I'm in a price bracket you couldn't afford if you wanted to.
I'm not saying you'd need to call it quits on the detective gig you've got going, Kaito-san. You can just give us a hand, help us out a bit when RK needs some real muscle on the field.
That a fucking joke? On what planet would I sign up for more busy work?
Think you might want to tone it down there, big guy? I've got my boys in the room. Being talked to like this isn't a good look.
Why would you care how you look? You're a bunch of damn Yakuza. You and Soma are picking up the Tojo clan scraps, yeah? Or do you have a real plan?
We'd have the manpower if we wanted to.
With all your washed-up Yakuza and punk-ass kids? I don't see it happening, man. What are you fucking thinking?
Exactly why we need more guys like you. Help me show this crew how the big boys roll. I need some authority on this to get it built the right way.
So you want me on as a drill sergeant for scumbags? Count me out.
Kamurocho's underground river of cash is still flowing, but there's no more Tojo clan upstream to collect it all. There's no more rules. We can run this town however the fuck we want. And once we've got ours, we can slip back into civilian lives to live it up clean as a whistle.
You want to be a civilian again? You're kidding.
Oh yeah. Want to have the cash to buy your favorite store, pop out a couple of kids and settle down with a family? Never would have been possible in the Yakuza life.
Well, why the fuck would you need me to do that? After you step into the shadow of the underworld, you never really escape from those chains. Don't sell me your bullshit like I'm one of your fucking brats.
This guy's
Sounds to me like your whole damn pitch just ran out of gas. Go out there and build your dream gang if you want. I don't give a shit. That said, if you keep bugging me about this shit, I'm gonna make sure you regret it. Keep your fucking distance from us.
Did you say us? Are you refusing to join up because you have a partner? Bring Yagami along for all I care.
Did you hear a word of what I just said?
I'd reconsider that stance if I were you. If you aren't coming along as a friend, then you're my enemy.
I don't take work from assholes.
Have it your way, then. Hey, round up the boys.
Sir. Hey! Get off your asses!
Too late for that. I knew exactly how this little chat was gonna go down.
Kato Files.
Yeah, well, I knew exactly where you'd be for a chat you weren't invited to.
Well, if you're done over there, shall we get back down to business?
You're not walking out of here.
If you don't know how to use that thing, you're gonna cut yourself, man. You sure?
You fuckers are the ones who don't know shit. This whole damn town belongs to the arcade now, you know.
Now the whole town belongs to you, huh? You fucking morons. You're gonna have to pry this town out of my hands!
This is why Kaito was actually secretly into the Yakuza games in the beginning. The Yakuza 1, Kaito was even there because he was too busy doing Kaito.
Hey, quit dragging your ass!
Right! Sorry, boss! Yo! Fuck them up, boys!
Wait, what? Ooh.
Dumbass, you down already?
No, sir! Come on, let's fucking do this!
Any of you play Yakuza? Like a Konami? Yakuza, like a Kagami. Oh, maybe. What is going? Yakuza. He went down the stairs.
Now I understand why you wanted Kaito on your side.
Still got anything you want to say, Akutsu?
I can appreciate your perspective on this, Kaito.
In that case, you better leave us the hell alone.
Yeah, we can do that. We get it. It's fine. Right, Akutsu?
Why are you here? Aren't you busy?
Just checking in. You made quite a mess here.
Oh, he's the leader. Hazuki.
Tak, meet Soma. He's
Soma.
the leader of the RK.
Yeah, I kind of figured.
You keep saying we, but I don't think you know what's going on. You just gonna waltz in here and bark orders?
Kaito-san turned down your offer, didn't he? And the other guy is Yagami from his own detective agency. Before that, he was an accomplished lawyer. Now he's with Kaito-san independently.
It's my job to be running HQ, though. You shouldn't.
Well, it says one person's watching the
I'm
stream.
supposed to leave you to your own
Welcome.
devices. I do have to check in, at least to show my
I'm
face.
just getting hyped over Yakuza.
Got a cold?
Then
It's a dust allergy, actually.
wait for
Tough thing to
Yakuza
live with. And I used to
402 to
catch hell
come
for
out.
it in the Yakuza. Quit that
I've
inferno
said my favorite
sniffling,
word.
they'd say.
Yeah, that couldn't have been easy, man. I bet they would beat the shit out of you if you didn't blow your nose.
You know it. I do wish we'd had the time to work together, Kaito-san. You as well, Yagami-san. It may feel like we're a small-time outfit in the media term.
Oh, what? Forgot I turned these off because I need pretty sort.
Can't speak but will still be playing. Kato Files. Yakuza. L.
Okay. Let me do one more time. Just one more time.
We'll be streaming Lost Judgment again tomorrow.
Yep.
It will grow. We'll show you. But in the meantime, we'll leave the two of you be. Does that work?
Fixing the
Finally,
trap.
some sense. Best of luck with the growth. As the leader here, you need brains and brawn.
Something else?
Your gang was out there searching for some guy in a picture. Well, how'd that hunt end up turning out? He was some kind of girls' bar manager, wasn't he? It sounded like he'd disappeared from Kamurocho more than a few years back. You have any luck tracking him down?
We actually found that he's unfortunately dead. Likely murdered. Considering Kamurocho's reputation and the nature of his profession, I can't say I'm all that surprised.
Got it. I guess I was just kind of curious.
Always happy to oblige a detective.
Oh, there might be another case. I think the KO Files is solving that murder or some shit like that. I just don't know what the KO Files is. I don't know anything. I've not watched any videos on it. I've not seen any gameplay of KO.
Yeah.
Or I have.
Supposedly Selma's the one who spearheaded the campaign to scoop up all the ex-Tojo. Turns out he's teaching the next generation of thugs about protection money, loan sharking, mugging. He's like an unemployment agency for shitheads. They've got 50 full-time bodies so far, but if you include part-timers and other associates, they may be well over 2,000 strong.
That's a lot. Even half that's a lot.
The Yakuza left behind a gaping power vacuum in this town. Even if it wasn't RK, someone else would have swooped in. So much for peace and quiet in Kamurocho, huh?
This place is never going to be quiet.
Sorry-san's calling. Hello?
It's Shirosaki. Sorry for the wait. I found our file on Ahara's victim.
Ah, Mamiya-san, right?
Yep.
Yui Mamiya?
Yes, she lives with her family in East Ikebukuro. I'm about to make a quick house call.
Awesome. Then I'll be right over.
Good. See you sooner than later, I hope.
I caught all that. You go on ahead, Doc. This one's outside my area of expertise.
So what type of
I'll head back to the office when I'm
detective
done.
skills does this fucking Kyo have? Like, I just think if they're gonna do, even if it is just Kyo, they would be bringing him back just to do a Judgment X. Or just making. I do think they need to make it at least one game before they do another Judgment, like a smaller game, because it's been so. To be like, it'd be better to have a game before it goes into the next
And
Judgment.
here I
But
was about to
Kyo,
go without you. Are you ready to visit Mamiya-san?
yeah.
Well,
I'm still getting used to her voice acting. Which they changed. I don't know what happened with the old one. I might have to search it up. Probably they just changed so it's something a bit more popular. See, all these assets they basically make for Judgment, and they don't use it again for another game.
when his assailant we defended in court. If we had tried to make an appointment, she probably would have declined outright.
Not sure showing up unannounced is much better. So let's just hope she's willing to talk.
Yes, there's no way around it. It's a risk we had to take.
Well, here goes nothing.
Yes? I'm Shirosaki from the Genda Law Office, the attorney for Mr. Akihiro Ehara. You may remember me from the hearings.
Why are you here? Don't you know it's rude to show up at someone's door uninvited?
I understand, but we have a pressing matter that directly concerns you. If we could do this another way, we would. I apologize for any inconvenience.
I'm sorry, but the trial's over and done with. You know I can legally turn you away.
You're right, but I'm only asking a moment of your time. Please, would you mind?
I don't have time for this. I'm going to have to ask you to leave.
Wait, before you do that. Sorry to butt in. I'm Yagami, a detective helping Saori here out.
And?
Are you aware of the trending video that's leading people to believe Ahara committed murder? Thing is, the victim was confirmed to be alive in Yokohama until the morning of your own incident. And since Ahara was on the train with you, they're ruling him out as a murder suspect.
So, what is it you're getting at?
Just trying to ensure you're in the clear from any of that unfortunate business. If we could do this now, we'd never bother you again. All we need is 10 minutes of your time.
How absurd.
We're only trying to help, but if later would work better for you, we could always come back another time. With our supervisor, of course. That visit would probably be more formal. There'd be paperwork, audio tapes, you know the drill. You'll want to clear your schedule.
I really don't have time for any of that.
No, I understand, and it's entirely our fault. We thought we'd do this casually, but we really should have been more by the book. But it is a murder case, so we do have to make sure our paperwork is in order here. Now, would you prefer to schedule a date to accommodate a more formal interview?
You said 10 minutes if we do it now, right?
We'll make it as painless as possible.
Just wanna
Hold on.
We really do appreciate it.
Well, I'm impressed. I'm also not sure I should trust a word you say ever again.
Really? I did get us in the door, didn't I?
I'm joking. I do appreciate the help.
Of course you do.
Now let's not screw this up. This is likely the only conversation we'll have with Mamiya-san.
Hello.
Hi there.
Hi.
I
We
no.
apologize for the intrusion.
Is something gonna happen to
Let's
her?
just get this over with already.
Oh, this feels like something like she's gonna either get killed.
Okay,
Is he-
bye-bye.
We'll make this quick.
Yagami, you didn't fucking. I didn't see you shut the door. You did just shots on it. Run.
What the? Suspicious.
Oh no, I feel like I.
What the?
I just told him.
Suspicious.
Oh, please, Yagami. You don't need to use it.
Hey, what the? Suspicious.
Okay.
So, Doc, I've already told the police and the court everything they could want to know about that morning.
I'm sorry to put you through this again, but would you mind going over those details with us?
What else is left to discuss?
I understand how pressured you might feel.
I've gone over this so many times. I wonder if pressing charges was even worth it.
No, what you did was both brave and inspirational. Many victims are afraid to come forward for any number of reasons. Your voice might give them courage to find their own.
Ironic, hearing this from that Predator's defense team.
Well, perhaps.
Would you mind walking us through that day from the beginning?
It's nothing so mysterious. I was just on my way to work when some man grabbed my butt. That's all it was.
Nothing else was out of the ordinary that day?
Correct.
No.
Not to pry, but where is your husband today?
Still at work? He usually doesn't get home until later. On that note, I have to feed my son, so let's get this wrapped up soon.
We'll try our best to. Moving along. On that day, you and Ahara-san boarded the train bound for Ikebukuro, correct?
Yeah.
Had you ever seen the man before then?
No. At least not that I can recall. How many times must I go over this? Your lawyer friend here already knows everything I have to say. What do you gain by getting me to repeat things?
That's the thing. Yagami-san here is a specialist. He can take whatever you repeat, analyze it, and draw up an entirely new conclusion. Right?
Of course. That's exactly why I'm here.
Yeah, Yagami.
In the security footage as you stepped onto the train, it looks like Ahara-san stepped right behind you. Were you aware of his presence at this point?
I was. It felt like someone kept pushing up against me with no sense of personal boundaries. I remember second-guessing myself at the time, thinking it was normal for the train to be that packed.
Then the train took off while you were stuck in that situation.
Yes. And then I felt the back of his hand against me. It kept getting worse from there, to the point where he went under my skirt. And the pig had the nerve to write it off as an accidental brush on a crowded train. But that kind of touch wasn't accidental. He even grabbed at me.
Truly awful. And I do sympathize. I've also had to turn in an abuser like that. Personally speaking, some men can't wait to debase themselves at the first opportunity.
Why would you say that and look at me?
I just stood there, frozen. I couldn't see who was touching me. I had no idea what to do.
I feel like something's gonna happen to her, and it's gonna be. She's gonna get killed. It just seems like a setup.
I decided I would bear it till the next station.
Are you okay, Mommy?
I'm fine, sweetie. We're just having a bit of grown-up talk. Are you hungry?
Uh-huh.
Then go read your book and wait over there for Mommy. We're almost done.
You said the abuse lasted the entire 6 minutes between Ikebukuro and Shinjuku Station. Did you see the groper's face at any time during that span?
No. I was too terrified to look. And I thought, even if I did, he'd just pull away and escape. But just as the train was pulling into Shinjuku, I reached back and grabbed the hand on me. That's when I saw his face. Of course, he shook me off as the doors opened, but I'd already gotten a clear look at him. He must have known I could turn him in at that point. So he ran, and I chased after.
Right. That was captured by the station's security cameras.
Great job tailing him in such a crowded space. On that note, did you ever happen to lose sight of Ahara-san while running?
His cap was pretty easy to spot, and no one else was bolting off the platform like that, so I never lost sight of him. At that point, I could feel my voice returning, so I just screamed, "That man grabbed me!"
I'm glad there were good Samaritans nearby.
For sure. And there were a lot of smartphones out, so I figured there was no way for him to get away with it. I was so relieved.
I see. I think I've got the gist of it. But now we've got a piece of evidence that contradicts what you've told us.
What do you mean?
Well, on the same day, at 6:30 a.m. in Yokohama, a student teacher named Hiro Mikoshiba was sent off to work by his mother. But he was soon abducted near his home, only to be found dead much later in Ichincho.
Is that...
According to the video, Ahara-san here is the murderer.
What?
He killed Mikoshiba in cold blood to get vengeance for his bullied son. His kid was about to graduate high school, but instead, he took his own life. So Ahara took it upon himself to punish his son's tormentor.
That's awful.
But now we come back to the issue here. If this footage is authentic, then Ahara-san couldn't have been your assailant. The victim's estimated time of death and Ahara-san's time of arrival in Tokyo simply don't allow for it. It's just not possible for someone to make that commute. But there's the flip side. If Ahara-san was in fact your assailant, it would mean this murder footage is a fabrication.
I don't know what you expect me to say after all this.
Right? Now you know how we're feeling. That's why we came to see if you had any leads for us.
So that's what this is about.
After hearing your story, I have no doubt you endured a lot that day. Which would obviously mean that murder video was faked.
Then, who shared that video? And why?
Wish I knew. Based on the quality, something this convincing would need quite a budget. Whether it's CG on top of real murder footage, or just a rock-solid AI creation, no way it was cheap. So why go through all this effort to fake a murder? Who would benefit from it? But I have to say, I feel much closer to piecing this puzzle together with your help today. Thank you very much for your time.
Yes, and rest assured, this will be the last time you see us. Our apologies for the unexpected visit, and for dredging up unpleasant memories.
It's fine. So long as this is really the end of it all.
Yes. You got Yagami, and then you got Yagami 2, and then you got Yagami 3. I just feel like something's gonna happen to that woman and child, and it's gonna be a murder. Like, I can already see it. A death, it's gonna happen. Because this is what Yakuza's about. Like, Judge is about death.
Then I'll see you there.
I know, Judge is more about death. Yakuza is more about fucking money and like
Yo, me.
trying to get infinite wealth and
let's
that
get back
lot.
to Kamurocho. Everything good? Any news?
All good here, man. What's with you? You worried Arcade got to me or something?
I mean, they did run their mouths about stabbing us in the back. But if you're good, I'm good. Anyway, I'm heading to Genda so Sari-san and I can go over what we learned from Mamiya.
You're the boss. As for me, I'm calling it a day.
You do that.
I don't know, I just feel like that girl's gonna get killed. If she does, I'll be streaming probably, I'll say, I want to play something else, so maybe another hour in Battlefield, and then I'm going to go to bed after I do some Battlefield. Chicken.
Are we ready, Yagami-san?
Yeah.
Let's start with our visit to Mamiya-san, if that sounds reasonable to you.
Yeah, let's start there.
So, the victim's story is completely in line with her court testimony, huh?
That's correct. There wasn't anything new to pick up.
Unfortunately.
In which case, should we look into the murder video instead? Like, figure out how they made it?
Let's not get ahead of ourselves here. Whether that tape's fake or real, someone had to put it online, right? Do we have any theories on who that might be?
The Yakuza 10.
Well, the footage showed enough of the surroundings to make the crime scene clear. As somebody who's been there, I can confirm that the blood splotches match what you see in the footage. Which means...
it's real footage.
the murderer's accomplices have to be the ones who posted it for him.
Yeah, I can't see it any other way.
I also agree with Yagami-san.
Makes sense. I'm gonna try to honey a toilet again. My theory is this guy, before I try, what he's done is that this AI video, he didn't actually kill the guy, or he did, or there's a clone. There's like two of them or some shit like that. There's two of them. Okay, Shadow Clone and Dirt Series. But yeah, I'm gonna be back. Well, last one, yeah, last game, basically, he involved like, I think it was a cop, someone who, like, killing people, so this one, like, it makes more sense to be a group of people, but I just don't know how they could
But
do
in
this.
that case, what would their motive be?
Maybe they wanted to make a mockery of the police, or even the whole system.
Yeah.
Huh?
We know Ihara got himself convicted for groping, so he'd have an alibi for Mikoshiba's killing. But then, his conspirators turned it around by uploading the murder video online. Almost as if to say, look how he got away with it.
I see. Yeah, that does make it sound like he's taunting them.
That's well and good, but I'd like to shift gears. Let's talk about the actual fabrication of the video. How does one go about that?
Well, for example, the true culprit would be taped murdering Mikoshiba. Then Ihara's face would be copied and blended onto the killers. That's how they'd approach it in a Hollywood movie.
But then, wouldn't you be able to see traces of it being faked?
Tsukumo-san reported that he's found nothing of the sort in his analysis.
We've been down this road before. If we take the stance that the footage is fabricated, we have absolutely nothing to work with.
Then let's tackle this from the stance that the video's actually real. If that's the case, there has to be a flaw in the groping issue. I think we've collected enough evidence to find it too.
Before meeting with Yui Mamiya, didn't you mention the possibility of Ihara using a stand-in? Perhaps the real Ihara murdered Mikoshiba in Ijincho, then swapped places with the imposter so he could be detained.
The imposters?
But we couldn't find an opportunity for the swap to happen, remember? From the moment he set foot on the Ikebukuro platform, Ihara was constantly on camera.
But wait, that's not entirely accurate, is it?
Huh?
Yeah, that was like...
Remember how we mocked up a diagram of the Shinjuku station platform?
Yeah. Oh, wait! That's it! You could be onto something. There's a point where Ihara wasn't on camera at all.
What is this point you speak of?
Let's all go over the diagram so that everything will be clear.
Why are the
Here's what I
NPCs
want you to
walking
see.
on the spot out there?
What the?
It's very brief, but there's a moment where Ihara and Mamiya-san can't be seen by the security cameras. The dotted lines on the arrow represent the camera's blind spot.
It does appear so. So you're saying this is where the groper, the fake Ihara, traded places with the real one?
Can't say it's impossible, right?
Right. Except if that actually happened, Mamiya-san would have been right behind them at the time. Could the two really swap places without her noticing?
In a crowd like that, I think it's feasible.
If that really was Ihara's plan, then I'd say he was being careless.
Careless? How?
Well, on the day of the incident, the station was packed for morning rush hour. That means there was no solid guarantee the assailant could make the switch. He could have been nailed by any random passerby before reaching the blind spot.
Good point. Not only that, if Mamiya-san had called for help while the train was still moving, then the first Ihara would have been caught before even reaching the platform.
Oh, I mean, yeah! Called it.
Think about it,
Yeah.
Yagami-san. Why would Ihara's accomplices meticulously plan out every last detail of this alibi, only to leave such a crucial component to chance, as Hoshino-kun pointed out?
Oh, just doing my job.
True. Good work, Hoshino-kun. In fact, I think that may back up my own take on it.
Yeah?
What if everything, including the appearance of leaving the plan to chance, was part of the plan?
Can you expound on that?
Oh, yeah.
I'm saying I agree that such an airtight alibi wouldn't have allowed for contingencies. And that takes the question to another level. Just how far did they line up the pieces in advance to make the swap work?
Are you saying there's more to it than we discussed? What did we miss?
It has to. Maybe this.
Every last bit of footage, from the eyewitness recordings to the security cameras, was fabricated by the prosecution. If that's the case, the blind spot we found is irrelevant. That's because the real footage of Ihara tagging in for his double is all but lost to us now.
Why would the prosecution go to all that trouble? To hide Mikoshiba's murder?
Or maybe they sympathized with Ihara's plight?
You're saying his court adversaries orchestrated an elaborate cover-up out of sympathy?
All right, I realize that's a stretch, a huge one. No need to burn me at the stake.
Was that all? You made it sound like you had this whole thing figured out.
No, hang on. Something just hit me. Ihara secured his alibi for the murder by swapping with a stand-in at the Shinjuku Station blind spot. For them to be able to pull that off, a certain possibility comes to mind.
Right, so what exactly would that be?
I know this won't go over well, but what if Mamiya was colluding with Ihara all along?
Huh?
Bear with me. Let's say Mamiya was in on this, and knew about the imposter in advance. If that's the case, the swap could happen right in front of her, and no one but the three of them would know.
You're saying the victim of a groping conspired with her assailant beforehand? That's ridiculous.
Let me just say, I'm only trying to work out how a swap like that will be guaranteed to work. Now, if Ihara and his stand-in both know that Mamiya will pretend not to have seen them, they can trade places in the blind spot with impunity. Conversely, if Mamiya wasn't in on the plan, the idea of a swap would never work. We can say with certainty that she would have seen the swap, so she could have even called attention to the real Ihara the moment he stepped in. That way, the people around her would be focused on chasing the correct assailant. The rest is as we know it. They caught Ihara and detained him until the police showed up.
Hold that thought. If your theory is accurate, what about Ihara's trace evidence? Remember that fibers of the victim's underwear were detected on his hand.
Well, that can also be explained by Mamiya being in on the plan. For example, while the stand-in was showing himself at the security cameras, Mamiya could have easily provided Ihara access to a pair of underwear at the same time. Maybe the stand-in loitered around for so long because he was letting everyone else get themselves in place.
It's not impossible.
We can work out the other details later. But the point is, Ihara's murder alibi is shot if Mamiya was involved. In summary, it's possible Ihara disgraced himself to secure an unshakable alibi for Mikoshiba's murder.
I'll concede that it's an avenue worth pursuing.
And when it comes to the prosecution, they can't just admit they got the first case so wrong. Plus, they can't question Ihara about Mikoshiba's murder. In fact, their only option is to claim the tape was faked.
So he managed to make a farce out of the system after all.
Well, his court case for his son's bullying did get more or less thrown out, didn't it? The school, the investigative committee, and the court all agreed there wasn't enough evidence to convict anyone. No surprise for me that the guy held a grudge against the system for so long.
Hold on. Before we all decide on this.
What's up?
The obvious question to me is why would Mamiya be party to such a crime? She appears more than financially stable, and she's even raising a child. So why would she do something so enormously risky as helping establish a murder alibi?
Yeah, I haven't gotten that far yet. But maybe she was promised something that far exceeds the risk. Or maybe Ihara has some kind of dirt on her even?
Enough to make her help with a murder? What sort of secret would be big enough to force someone into that corner?
What info do we have on Mamiya anyway? Maybe we can spot a connection to Ihara through her profile.
I'll pull her information. Just a second.
Oh. I just thought of something else those two would have guaranteed by working together.
What's that?
If Ihara wanted to use this crime as a murder alibi, he needed it to blow up into the public eye. But if he had chosen a victim who stayed silent, then nothing would have come of it. A solid
Okay.
plan would need to eliminate that variable, which means Mamiya being an accomplice was crucial to Ohara's success.
That's true.
Looks like Ohara pulled one over on the prosecution then. Had his accomplices right where he wanted them, even his victim. Once we learn how he's connected to Mamiya, we can root out the rest of his team.
Let's see. According to her file, her maiden name is Yui Suzuki. 30 years old, so that's consistent. Originally from Ota, Tokyo. Attended a private high school called Kurakawa Academy. Later graduated from Toto University.
Huh.
Met her husband on the job, apparently. Her husband, Taichi Mamiya, is an industrial designer at Techno Zeta Inc. 6 years ago, she gave birth to their only son, Sota-kun, who's now in first grade.
Hold on. You said she went to Kurakawa Academy? I heard that name in Ijincho. If I recall correctly... That's not where Tsukumo went, was it? Before, closing himself off to the world?
Nah, Tsukumo-san studied remotely. He told me that when we were out having drinks one night.
Wait. Tsukumo went out drinking with you?
Yeah, we had fun.
What did you guys even talk about?
Hey, why am I getting grilled all of a sudden?
I agree. This is nowhere near relevant. Yagami-san, what were you saying about Kurokawa Academy?
Oh, right.
Oh no.
When I went to scope out the murder scene, there were these 3 guys watching the detectives and me. They told us they were just checking things out. But they mentioned they're Kurakawa grads too.
You have any ID on you?
Will my license work?
Kake-san, age 30.
Akaike-san, age 30. Mommy is 30 as well.
What's that got to do with anything? Aren't we trying to find a connection between Mamiya and Ohara?
I found the Kurakawa Academy website. Looks like they're pretty prestigious. It's in Tokyo, specifically in Ota. Pretty close to where Mamiya lived. Oh.
What?
The girls there get such cute uniforms.
You little... You want to start all over from the bar exam?
Wait, I've seen that uniform before too, actually.
Where?
On an old picture of a teacher at Seiryo High, Sawa-sensei. Ohara's son confided in her. Is she actually a Kurakawa grad too? I don't know Sawa-sensei's exact age, but she could well be 30. Maybe all of them were even classmates.
Could this mean they're actually linked? The victim and her up-to-now unrelated assailant?
It's a tenuous link at best. Could fall apart any time. But no true detective alive will pass it up.
Okay, he uses... I'm gonna end the stream once I can.
A previously unseen link is established between the groper and the victim. Charting out their relationship is akin to tracing a spider's web. But with each false thread ruled out, only the improbable truth remains. Ehara orchestrated the groping as a diversion. And by tarnishing his name, he secures both an alibi and his ultimate revenge.
Chapter 6. Gonna end it after this. When I can save.
Hiro Mikoshiba's murder was sparked by the bullying of Toshiro Ehara, who committed suicide 4 years ago. The graphic video that hit the net showed the world how Toshiro's father, Akihiro Ehara, had brutally avenged his son. We also know the father had accomplices. On October 7th at 6:30 a.m., they forced Mikoshiba into a vehicle, took him to an abandoned building, and gravely injured him. Then, around 7:30 a.m., the time frame when Ihara killed Mikoshiba, the other conspirators were probably nearby, even though they weren't on camera.
At the same time, 30 kilometers away at Ikebukuro Station, a man who looks like Ihara is caught on camera. We'll call that guy the stand-in. The stand-in made sure he was in front of the cameras for more than an hour before boarding the 9:06 a.m. train, the same one Yui Mamiya was on. After committing sexual battery on that train, he meets the real Ihara in the camera's blind spot, and they change places. That's how he established a false alibi for Mikoshiba's murder. And to achieve this, the victim, Yui Mamiya, had to have been in on it from the start.
Sure are a lot of people getting their hands dirty for Ihara. Mamiya, Ihara stand-in on the train, the guys who kidnapped Mikoshiba. How did some troubled cop manage to recruit so many allies?
Well, one person that comes to mind who might be the key to all this is Yoko Sawa. She's a teacher at Seiryo High. She was the only adult Toshiro-kun ever told about the bullying, and she supervised Mikoshiba as a teacher before he disappeared. On top of that, she's a Kurokawa Academy graduate, same as Mamiya. Those trespassers at the murder scene were also from Kurokawa. Since they're all about the same age, it's possible they were all classmates.
So you're saying these classmates are also Ihara's murder accomplices?
If we consider Yoko Sawa the central link, that's very possible. We do know that as a teacher, she felt deep remorse for Toshiro-kun's suicide. Maybe she recruited her old classmates to help Ihara take his revenge.
Yeah, best not to rule that out. Though I'm hoping that's not the case.
Why's that?
It's just, she's a really good teacher. She's passionate, responsible. She's always putting the students first. I know she regrets the past, that a student died on her watch. And now another of her students, Mikoshiba, is found murdered. So if it turns out she's involved in that, I doubt I'll be able to trust my own judge of character ever again.
He said his judge.
Yagami.
I'm going back to Ijincho tomorrow. The plan is to bring up Mamiya's name to Sawa-sensei and see how she reacts. Until then, let's not jump to conclusions about her involvement.
All right.
Can I chime in real quick? I was looking into Kurokawa Academy and I stumbled across something that may be relevant.
What's that?
Well, it happened 13 years ago, but there was an attempted suicide. A third year jumped off the school's roof after being thoroughly humiliated.
Actually, Sawa-sensei mentioned that. She said it was a boy in her class.
Right, that's gotta be the same case then. The student's name was Mitsuru Kusamoto. He's 30 now, but still in a coma.
Huh, and all that info's on the net?
It wouldn't be normally, but his mother happens to be Vice Minister of the Ministry of Health. Ever heard the name Reiko Kusamoto?
Not once.
I have. It was on the news. They were talking about her and her son.
Well, do you remember the uproar in the health
The
ministry
minister-
when Vice Minister Ichinose got arrested? Apparently, his successor couldn't contain the resulting chaos, which is when Kusamoto-san got tapped to lead. They couldn't afford another criminal scandal, so her promotion was out of the blue. She was a safe choice, a veteran with tenure and experience. Not to mention, her son's tragedy made people see her as a more sympathetic figure. Very popular. She's kind of a new generation heroine, so to speak.
Huh.
Is any of that relevant to the case at hand, though?
Who knows? But Reiko Kusamoto and Ihara both have children who were bullying victims. I don't think that's a connection we can afford to overlook, if you ask me.
Okay, so Kusamoto's son. What exactly happened to him?
Let's see. He was bullied by a fellow third year at his school, Shinya Kawai. The records say he harassed Mitsuru-kun every day, in and out of school. Well, one time he even stuffed dirty rags in his mouth.
That's so cruel.
Yeah, and the teacher was a real piece of work. Apparently he knew, but he just smirked and said, "Don't overdo it."
Oh, I remember now. The media pounced on that one hard.
If they were classmates, then both Sawa-sensei and Mamiya would know about this.
And maybe because they couldn't save Mitsuru-kun, their guilt left them open to Ihara's persuasion.
But to prove that, we'll have to hear from them directly. I'll talk to Sawa-sensei first thing tomorrow.
That'd be helpful. In the meantime, I'll be working on Ihara's appeal. It's clear they missed something important in the trial, since Ihara is apparently innocent of sexual battery. Being that he was out committing murder at the time.
What started as a simple harassment case sure has blown up big.
Yeah. They also told us to go. Actually, I might just take you the stream for a bit. At least try and get to chapter 7. Yeah, I'll do that. Yeah, just a bit longer until I feel like. It's my ending now. I might just do up another stream. To see.
You had
Come on. Oh, but this is sick, boys. We're playing Yakuza. Look at.
and stay down.
I was gonna end it, but I'll play a bit more. Anime shot. Anime. Judgment versus anime. Lost anime.
What a waste.
We don't really spend time in the Yakuza HQ. No judgment.
Wait a minute. What?
Yo, you took your sweet time. But I got the gist of it. You're going to Ijincho, right? To meet with Sawa-sensei?
Kaito-san, you do realize that only I can meet her. You can't get into this school.
I know, but if you end up taking it off campus, can you at least call me this time?
Don't you understand the situation? Sawa-sensei might be tied to murder.
You sure you understand it? Come on, she would never do that.
That a fact?
So happens I'm a great judge of character. Especially when it comes to women.
Sometimes I forget who I'm talking to.
I had a sense of I was like, it was some Travis Scott's got a new album. I don't hate his music, it's just not my cup of tea, but I mean, like his old stuff, like Stargazing. I do have listened to his songs before. I'll listen to it. I do that with some albums. I listened to Juice WRLD Stars album. You know, that was a good album. I do get where the people are saying it was just kind of not needed, but I do like the songs on there, like Emptying Out Your Pockets. We were smoking the Yakuza. No! Fucking wasted all money. I have to get back in the taxi. No! Oh, well, I'm actually there now. What? Okay.
Well, first stop, it's gotta be Chinatown. Can't face Tsukumo on an empty stomach.
Never a dull day for you, huh, Kaito-san?
It's a selection, man. I've already worked out the math. I figure if I hit
Who
4 or
is
5
the English
places
voice actor of
What? What's up?
Check
Kaito?
that out. It's Akutsu.
Kamurocho thugs are looking pretty out of place here.
Yo! Akutsu! What are you fools doing in town? Hey! Don't ignore me! It's Kaito! Fancy seeing you here!
I'm kind of busy here, man. Catch you later.
What an asshole. Ijincho's a long way from home. And he's traveling with a small army.
Would he have come all this way because of us?
Nah, we just caught him totally off guard. He's not out here for us. Gotta be something else.
But something's not right if they're just cruising around.
No.
It's gotta be an RK operation.
I need to find out what Kaito.
Personal.
Yeah. Kamurocho streets can be tough. Maybe they gave up. Well, whatever they came out here to do, we ought to keep our noses the hell out of their business. But you better hustle. You're gonna be late for class. I'll catch you after school.
They go Fortnite. What? Kaito-san is in Lego fucking Fortnite. The fuck is Kaito-san doing? What? So a voice actor from Naruto, so maybe I have heard of him. In Naruto, I probably won't know which one he is. But I haven't watched the anime in a long time. I know in the game, if he's a character in the game, so I probably just don't use him. Okay. Like, I mean, I don't say it is good. I just don't really listen to that because I don't like music. My music taste is more. I don't even know what my music taste is. Sometimes it's just random ass shit. I'm trying to do. I need to get some more takedowns.
Really, guys?
Let's go!
I mean, my whole thing is reboot. So what do I think? Who's my favorite character in the officer? Claire. Yes. I have to start using the other. I know you can juggle in this game. I just don't really care to juggle in this game.
Let's go. Come on, bring it.
And stay down.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, honey, there's not really any connections between any of these games. So you really can play Yakuza games without playing them.
You wish you had.
Oh yeah, Project, I do just think Project Sentry might be one of those games that you might have.
What a waste.
Let's go.
Let's go. Let's save it. You know what I mean? I keep on forgetting to save in this game. I haven't been to school in like fucking so long in the Yakuza time. It's been weird because now the There's for a reason to buy the DLC for this game. It's free. I might get the DLC, I just don't know when.
Oh, what is it, Yagami-san?
Sensei, do you have a minute?
I saw the video of Mikoshiba-kun.
So you did. That video, right?
Yeah. I love how he feels himself.
I
It's
thought
like,
Ihara-san was convicted for a sex offense. How could he be in that video killing Mikoshiba-kun? But then that video looked so real.
Most likely it is. As you unfortunately had to witness, Ihara-san committed murder with his own two hands. Which means as far as the groping that day goes, there's some deception at work.
Deception?
Are you familiar with Ihara-san's victim in the case? Her name is Yui Mamiya.
I don't think I recognized her, no.
13 years ago, she attended Kurakawa Academy. Her maiden name is Yui Suzuki.
Yui Suzuki? Just a minute. Are you saying she was the one Ihara-san groped?
So you do know her then? Were you two classmates?
We were, in our third year of high school.
I had a hunch. You didn't know she was the victim of that whole incident?
I mean, it's just so hard to believe.
Does this all seem like a wild coincidence to you then? Your old student's father gropes one of your high school classmates at a station with 3 million daily travelers.
What are you implying?
I'm saying your old friend Yui might be cooperating with Ihara-san, as in she only played the part of a victim. She might have even known it was all to hide a murder.
What? But why? Why would she do that for him?
well, so you would have to think if this is some twisted fucking.
From where I'm sitting, Sensei, you're connected to Ihara and Yui Mamiya. I just need your help figuring out what that connection is.
Yagami-san, please. Are you implying I was some kind of liaison between them?
Well, Sensei, what was your relationship with Yui Mamiya? Were you close? Or would you say classmates covers it?
The two of us were never really that close. To be honest, I didn't really like the group of kids she hung out with. I guess you could say we didn't have the same interests.
When was the last time you saw her? Did you have a high school reunion by any chance?
They held a reunion around the time I graduated from college, but I didn't feel like going. That same class bullied a kid into jumping off the roof.
So if that's the case, you haven't seen any of your classmates since you all graduated from Kurakawa?
That's right.
Okay then. The thing is, Ihara-san and Mamiya are connected. It is kinda loose, but it's there. They have one thing in common.
What?
In both of their pasts, someone they knew was bullied to the point of attempting or committing suicide. Ihara-san lost his son, Toshiro-kun, and as for Yui Mamiya, it's her classmate, Mitsuru Kusamoto.
Yeah.
That could be a factor, especially for Mamiya. It's possible that Ihara-san would be a sympathetic figure to her. Maybe enough to help construct an alibi for his revenge. It's possible she only played the part of a groping victim. What do you think?
I don't know why he got it.
Does it have any merit, or is my theory full of holes?
Even if you're on the right track...
Sawa-sensei? We're just waiting on you to start the staff meeting.
Sorry, I'll be right there.
What happened 13 years ago at Kurakawa? That might be the last piece of the puzzle.
Who is Yagami's voice actor?
How'd she react when
Who is he?
Kusamoto tried to kill himself by jumping off that roof?
Because he's Yagami. I need to play game. I'm going to play any games with Yagami and Kaito-san in it, so I can just say Yakuza.
He's only a step away from walking for it. And I know Mamiya had other conspirators. It took more than one person to murder Mikoshiba. They're still at large, even as we speak. I'll be honest, I came here today with the suspicion that you might be more involved in this murder than you're letting on.
That's not Yagami.
Nothing you've said has made me feel any better about it.
And what should I do about that, huh?
I just want you to tell me, how are Ihara-san and Mamiya connected beyond what I've already figured out? I think you have the key to that answer, even if you don't know that you're the one holding it. It's like a lock, and until I figure out how to get through it, I'm gonna keep picking at it.
I told you, I'm late for a meeting.
I'll be here when you get back. Have a good meeting.
Suit yourself.
Oh my god, he is so evil, this Yakuza guy too. Why-chan? I need to know every game Yagami's voice actor's been in English and Kaito-san, so we can play only those games. And then they give it tell you basically go on my stream, it's nothing, it's just those voice actors in it. You're like, what the fuck? Look at him, he's like sex, like, oh, what the fuck? Squid Game. What the fuck is in Squid Games? Final Fantasy Rebirth. Yagami's in Final Fantasy. Why is it the one and he's in it? Suicide Squad game. You're like a dragon. Number. He's number. What the f? Yagami, what the fuck? Stop being Yamba. Call of Duty Mobile. Saints Row. Nah, that game's got Battlefield. Okay. Ghost of Tsushima has Yakuza Like a Dragon, yeah, he's in it as number. World War Z, I've got that. Call of Duty Black Ops 4, he was in Black Ops 4, Yagami was in BO4, what the fuck? He's in it with all these characters on. He's in Detective Pikachu, the game. What is that game even about?
Hey, Sari-san? It's Yagami.
Yagami?
Hey, did you manage to talk to Sawa-sensei?
Yeah, turns out she really was in Mamiya's class. And they were both aware of the suicide incident with their classmate.
Good to know. While we're on the topic, Hoshino-kun got his hands on some new info.
Let's hear it.
The bully at Kurokawa High was named Shinya Kawai. He transferred out right after Mitsuru-kun jumped, as if he were running away. Once he came of age, it looks like he worked here in Kamurocho.
Wow. You really can find a lot online.
Yes, and to top it off, Kawai earned a reputation for talking about how he drove a classmate to suicide. Like he's proud of it.
Yagami is
Maybe
such
he
a
thought he'd get a laugh in
iconic.
Kamurocho.
Probably would.
Kawai was more or less a Yakuza, though he never swore into it. I just sent you his picture. It was taken 5 years ago.
What?
What the f?
This guy?
You recognize him?
Not too long ago, some RK punks came asking his whereabouts. Said he was a girls' bar manager who went missing.
Yeah, it looks like he did work at a girls' bar. But we don't know which one.
Okay, so the guy's definitely suspicious. What business would RK have with him?
Do you know if they ever found him?
No. But their leader, Soma, said something about Kawai having already been killed. Like he just vanished from Kamurocho a few years ago, and that was it.
Wait, he was killed?
Uh-huh. Kinda gives me deja vu now that I think about it. Here you have Kawai and Mikoshiba, two known school bullies. And they both end up murder victims?
That could be for a number of reasons. It's not rare for people to disappear in Kamurocho. Usually the trouble is money or women. Maybe that was the case for Kawai.
Could be.
Okay. We'll investigate Kawai a bit more on our end. With RK asking around. Word on the
Oh
street
my
will be loud enough to
fucking
hear.
god, this is... These twists and turns as Yagami gets this game is putting us on. It's weird. It's like 1 minute someone's gonna die, and then
How was it, Saori-san? What did Yagami-san have to say?
He said he recently ran into some RK members looking for Shinya Kawai.
Did he?
He also said RK later told him Kawai had been killed.
This is getting scarier with every new lead.
Now that you mention it, I have seen people getting stopped and asked about someone all over town. But if those were RK on the hunt for Kawai, could it have something to do with our case as well?
Oh,
I'm
bullshit.
honestly not sure how RK could be involved in all this. I'm going out for a bit, Hoshino-kun. Do me a favor and keep digging up what you can on Kawai.
Wait, what?
Sometimes you have to get out in the field. It can't just be Yagami-san all the time.
Oh, should we get first a new character? The girl. Girl Yagami.
You don't mean you're going straight to RK for some answers?
What else would I be doing? I need to know why they were looking for Kawai.
Then I'm coming with. I can't just let you do that alone.
Don't worry. It's still light out, and I plan on staying in the open. Besides, if I'm alone, they'll be more eager to talk.
That may be, but still, I'll just call you about every 10 minutes then. For your safety.
I find that rather unnecessary.
You sure?
First female Yagami. Another Yagami too.
Oh, is that Sari-chan I see? To what do I owe this pleasure?
He has a different voice actor.
Oh, hi. Say, aren't you one of Talk's lawyer friends? Does that mean he's on his way?
Wait, they have different voice
It's
actors.
just me today.
Fine by me. That means you and I get some girl talk time.
Oh, that stings, Mari. And here I thought I had a place in your heart.
Well, no one knows a lady's heart like a bartender. I guess you can stay.
Let's see.
All these bottles got you feeling lost? Care for a few pours from Tox? It'll be our secret. Besides, a man with his tab can't complain.
You're too kind.
Yagami.
So I'm actually here to ask you, how can I set up a meeting with RK?
Darn. So this wasn't a pleasure call? Well, I'm glad you're at least enjoying the drink.
True. And looking fancy doing it.
Oh, please, you two are going to embarrass me.
My apologies. I suppose being surrounded by such beauties has a timeless appeal, even at my age.
That's not his fucking voice. This is happening in this game. They replaced the OGs.
Was that supposed to be a compliment?
No, there's no way that's his voice. I'm going to go back to
If you got
an old
any
one.
younger, you'd be much too handsome. What's a girl to say?
And I'll second that.
Anyhow, if you're after an RK rendezvous, the good news is those guys are everywhere. But it's not like a civilian can just stroll up and ask, "Hey, are you RK?" and expect to get an answer.
You got that right. And Saori-chan needs to ask them something that's kind of sensitive. Oh, that's certainly going to make things challenging.
Just a bit, yeah.
So I say, why not let the boys do the chasing? Wouldn't be hard for an enchantress like you. But honey, we need to do something about your look. Some nice clothes and a little makeup, and you'd be unstoppable.
Finally, my turn to second something.
I suppose I would need to look approachable.
Talk told me once that if you ever felt like it, Saori-chan, you could put every hostess in Kamurocho to shame. I've gotta admit, I'm curious.
Well, a good hawk hides her talons.
You're saying I should dress like a hostess for this?
Well, I'm sure there are other ways. But if you want a foolproof plan to snag an RK, you'd got one.
Oh, if you want, I can get you some looks, and you can choose what you like.
I get the message. And I suppose I'll take you up on that.
Okay, then leave the rest to me. Oh, well, would you look at that? Doc was right on the money. I couldn't have imagined.
You sure about that, Mari-san? I hardly feel comfortable wearing this in front of you.
What are you saying? You're so pretty.
I wouldn't say so.
Really? You're dynamite. Though, there is one thing that's missing.
What's that?
Pride. That's the final touch you need. Pride in your own beauty.
Well, I'm not sure I have that.
Then how about your pride as a lawyer? You have that, don't you?
As a lawyer?
Yes, there it is. Go ahead and take a look. Now that's the face of the girl who gets the man she wants.
It's been a while since I felt this way. I have you to thank for that.
These bad boys won't know what hit them. Now, let's go dangle the bait.
You mean us, right?
You bet. Two nightlife girls like us alone on the street literally brings the RK boys running. Especially along Senryo Avenue. Why don't we take a walk?
Are you sure? I don't want to drag you into this.
Are you kidding? And miss the chance to see this makeover in action? But really, I want you to succeed. I promise I won't be a bother.
So we find this female Yagami, in this new episode. You've been to Japan no time before. I'll probably complete once I get to chapter 7.
Excuse me, ladies. You, get lost on the way to the beauty pageant?
We're already out for a drink. Maybe heading to work somewhere in town?
Oh, we're just two girls bar hopping by our lonesome. Isn't that right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, in that case, why don't you roll with us? I know a great place. You could drink all you want.
Wow, you guys loaded or something? We can throw them back, you know. You sure?
Hell yeah! There's a place my buddy runs. He'll be thrilled to see some ladies like you.
You know, I think you guys may have caught me at the perfect time. What I'm saying is, tonight, I want to take a trip on the wild side.
Oh, yeah? Talk to me, baby.
There's this guy in my life, a real choir boy. And being with him's got me feeling so repressed. Now I know I should behave like a good girl. But I figure I owe it to myself to cut loose every now and again.
Oh, you never told me that, Sari-chan.
Damn, girl! I'll get loose with you!
Yeah! Let's get drunk and dirty!
Folks, they're gonna be the new update.
Thing is, We all know the biggest party people in town are RK. I heard he can really spice things up, you know?
But sorry, Chan. Why limit yourself to RK? I think these boys are plenty attractive.
I'm starting to think we were meant for each other.
Oh? What makes you say that?
Wait, don't tell me you're...
Not supposed to be blurting it out, but yeah, we're RK. And pretty high up, too.
Shoot, RK wouldn't be what it is now without us. Never thought it'd get this big either.
RK has Kamurocho pretty much wrapped around its finger now, huh?
Just about. The time of the Yakuza laying down the law
I
is
hate the
over.
Yakuza, they
That
annoy
respect
me.
and chivalry shit. Dead, like all the old legends. Now the underground world is a jungle. And winning the fight's all that matters.
Wow, must be hard. But I think that's hot.
That reminds me. Weren't you RK guys looking for a man who disappeared a few years ago?
Oh yeah, him. We were looking for this dude who ran a girls' bar.
See? I knew you guys would know what that's about.
Oh well, 5 years ago he suddenly disappeared. That's not even news in Kamurocho.
That's so crazy, though. What happened to him? You ever end up finding the guy?
Nah, didn't work out. No surprise, he was just a punk anyway. Name was Kawhi. Way I heard it, some of his old friends rolled up on him one night. My guess is, it was trouble from another town catching up to him. Anyway, they argue for a bit, and it ends with the guy getting shoved into a van. And that's the last time anyone saw the dude.
Whoa, what do you think happened?
I'm thinking they bumped him off. If he was still breathing, he'd be back by now. I heard he never even picked up his final paycheck. My guess, he's fish food now. Or they buried him on some remote-ass mountain.
You have any idea who would have done that to him?
Don't know. They say it was 10 or so people. Young, both men and women. Doesn't sound like a gang thing. Who knows, right? It was 5 years ago.
But if you heard all that, there must have been witnesses, right? So you're saying someone actually saw him get shoved in a van?
Yep. Some chick working at his bar saw it all go down. At least that's what we heard from a guy who heard it from that chick.
Where is this bar anyway?
You mean some random dive bar half a decade ago? Who the hell knows? 100 places have sprung up and gone under since.
But then, why would anyone be looking for Shinya Kawai now? Did someone ask RK to find him? Think that's right?
Hell if I know. It's a question for the top of the food chain. But hold on a sec. Can I ask you something?
Huh?
Just a minute ago, you mentioned a Shinya Kawai. How'd you know his full name when we never told you?
Oh, shit!
You're only talking to us because you wanted dirt on Kawai. So who the hell are you?
What do you think you're doing?
Let go of her!
Who sent you?
I'm Saori Shirosaki, attorney at law. Unhand me this instant.
Oh, you're gonna sue? You think I give a crap about what your job is?
I'm saying things will go very badly for you if you keep this up.
Big talk for a chick dressed to the nines to get info. Huh? Sorry, Chan?
Yeah. You even try to fuck with us, lady!
Sorry, Chun!
Huh? What the?
Here comes the...
Beat it, punk.
Higashi-san!
Asshole!
Yakuza is about...
I swear, these jerks are popping up like roaches. No thanks needed. Just be careful on your own.
They changed his voice as well. What the fuck's going on in this
Thank
game?
you so much, Higashi-san.
I just said you don't... Wait, how'd you know my name?
It's me, Shirosaki, from Genda Law Office. It's been a while.
Holy shit! No way!
Mm-hmm.
Man, I didn't realize. Shirosaki-sensei. I didn't recognize you. You look incredible.
I might stop another stream.
You're the one who is incredible. This is all my fault. I was the one who put Mari-san in danger. You really saved us.
When you...
Young, strong, handsome. That's 3 out of 3 for me.
Those guys were RK. Town's practically overrun with them these days.
No one gets used to it. It's like...
If you'd like, I can escort you somewhere safe. I got nothing but time on my hands.
Oh, you don't say. Perfect. Who says we can't still salvage some fun out of tonight?
Oh, before we do that, let me call Yagami-san.
Chapter 7. I might be...
Yagami's still a jackass, I see. When Shirosaki-sensei calls, you pick up in 2 rings.
It is strange that he's not picking up. I'll try again.
Yeah, man.
Wait, he was killed?
Uh-huh. Kinda gives me deja vu now that I think about it. Here you have Kawai and Mikoshiba, 2 known school bullies, and they both end up murder victims?
That could be for a number of reasons. It's not rare for people to disappear in Kamurocho. Usually the trouble is money or women. Maybe that was the case for Kawai.
Could be.
Okay, we'll investigate Kawai a bit more on our end. With RK asking around, word on the street will be loud enough to hear.
Alright, thanks.
So I'm gonna end it here. I might be up and quick. I can little stream on God or something. I'm gonna end it here. Finally